What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Welcome back to yet another video. Today, as you could tell by the title of this video, we are going to be doing a couple of things today. Number one, we're going to be talking about the one single way that you could fix your lawn in one day. And on top of that, we're also going to acknowledge the fact that fall is right around the corner. Kind of depressing, but at the same time, it's very, very exciting because all of us who have cool season lawns and we're looking for a way to redeem ourselves as we head into the end of the season here, fall is going to be just the time to do that for all of us. So what I'm going to teach you guys today are 3 things that you could do in one single day that will guarantee you prospering results within the next few weeks. With all that being said, let's get into the video. So to kick things off, we need to go ahead and talk about timing, right? Before we hit the ground running, it's always important to figure out the best timing to start with our fall lawn care because I get a ton of questions in the comments on Instagram, on Facebook, all over the place. Everyone's asking me, Jake, when is the best time to execute on my fall lawn care program? Well, my friends, that depends on what you want to do. Do you want to seed? Do you just want to continue feeding what's there? Do you have a thin lawn? Do you have a thick lawn? Right? You have to take all these factors into consideration and figure out what your situation is, as that will dictate what you need to do going forward. So let me go ahead and put this into perspective. If your lawn is fairly thin, you have some air pockets in there where weeds might grow in the summer, then that's definitely a great indicator that you're going to want to go ahead and overseed. Now, if you're overseeding, it's very, very important that you time that perfectly so that you have enough time for the seed to grow in, germinate, establish, and harden off before the hard winter that is yet to come. So it may be different depending on where you live, and I'm sure you guys might have figured out when that time comes depending on where you are. Let's take a look at my situation. I live here in Northwest Indiana, and we don't typically get into the really cold, frosty temperatures until about mid-October, right? So I want to make sure that I time my seeding so that it's at least done about 6 to 7 weeks before that time frame, right? Like I said earlier, I want to have enough time for things to grow in, germinate, establish, and harden off so that I can survive and thrive through that cold, harsh winter that comes right after, so that it is booming in the spring. Little coffee break. Start your morning with coffee. It makes things so much better. So late August, early September, that's when I would highly recommend starting. That'll give you at least 6 weeks before mid-October when things start getting cold and we start getting morning frost, and that can be damaging to our seed, right? So at least 6 weeks before that. If you want to start a little bit earlier than that, that is totally fine. Just make sure you are committed to irrigating, right? That's not for everybody, so if you're not committed to irrigating, late August, early September would be your best bet as the temperatures are going down and the rain is coming back in. But for those who want to start a little bit early, you have means of irrigation. Maybe you have your own DIY irrigation system, which I'll leave a link to a video I did on that last year. Maybe you have your own DIY irrigation system that irrigates the lawn for you. You can get away with starting a little bit earlier. That's totally fine. Go right ahead and do that. Just make sure you keep it irrigated at least daily for the first month of establishment. Now it's time to hit the ground running with the action. It is time to talk about the first step to fall lawn care, and that is going to be aeration. For those of you guys who don't know what that is, basically what it is the act of relieving compaction in your soil. This can be done with either a mechanical machine or you could do it with a liquid product. Now, for those who've been around for a while, you guys know that way back in the day when I started this channel, I always recommended mechanical aeration. For those who don't know what that is, basically what it is renting a machine that has hollow tines that pull cores out of the ground that are about 3 inches long and about 1.25 inches in diameter, right? And the rationale behind that for the longest time has always been you pull these cores out, and when you pull them out, what you're going to do is you're actually going to oxygenate the soil down below and allow for air, water, and nutrients to better flow down into the soil. As I always like to say, airflow is key, right? So you're enhancing the airflow. But what I've come to find over the years, as I've been in this industry, I've been paying attention to the industry and how it's evolved, and certain products have come to market that are actually better than mechanical aeration. I've come to find that liquid aeration is the better choice. Let me explain why. So Real quick, I've come to find that liquid aeration is actually better, especially if you're going to use the next Aerate product from my good friends over at Green County Fertilizer. Let me explain why. So there are two reasons why I highly recommend liquid aeration over mechanical aeration nowadays. The first reason is you're spraying it out. When you spray it out, you're blanketing the entire lawn, which as a result of watering it in will form a liquid blanket on top of the soil surface. And when you do that, you're able to penetrate 100% of the soil surface area because you're spraying down a liquid blanket, blanketing it, and putting it on the lawn, right? When you do that, you get that nice 100% of penetration. Whereas with a core aerator, you're only getting about 20% of the soil surface, right? Sure, you're pulling holes out of the ground, but they're about 2 to 3 inches away from each other, so you're only getting a good 20% of the soil surface area, where again, the liquid aerate product, you're penetrating 100% as you're spraying out a smooth, even blanket that is consistent all throughout the soil. With that being known, I want you to think about this, right? You spray down the liquid aerate product, and what you're going to do is you're going to break bonds in the soil 100% everywhere. You're breaking bonds in the soil, allowing for air, water, and nutrients to get down everywhere, as opposed to the 20% with a mechanical aerator. And as a result, things are just going to look better. Things are going to grow in faster. So liquid aerate, try it out. I actually did a video on it. If you want to see it, I'll leave it right here. While we're still on the topic of liquid aeration, I want to go ahead and talk about price. It is way cheaper than renting a mechanical aerator for one day. For those of you who have rented a mechanical aerator, you may be familiar with this, but for those who are looking to do this for the first time, let me tell you, it is really, really expensive, right? Especially if you're going to rent it either hourly or daily. What I've come to find from my experience renting from my Home Depot, it's about $80 to rent it for 4 hours. And if you even wanted to rent it for 24 hours, it's about $135, $140, $150, anywhere around there, right in that $150 price range. That's pretty expensive for a machine that you're only going to rent and use one time. What's cheaper than that is to actually buy from a company like Green County Fertilizer, which doesn't only give you just a jug of aerate, but they also give you a combo of products that you can get with the aerate that will help complement its actions. For instance, one of my favorite cocktails from the next line is going to be the biostimulant pack. Humic 12, RGS, Aerate, and Microgreen. These 4 products complement each other well together, and as far as total cost goes, it's about $26 a jug and $104 total for this purchase. So already we're cheaper than a mechanical aerator, and on top of that, this brings me to my next point. You can use these products multiple times, right? So if you wanted to use the liquid aerate not only for this particular purpose, you could also use it for summer applications, right? Maybe your soil's compacted, you want to loosen compaction. You can use it multiple times in the summer, you can use it in the spring, you could save it for next spring for all I care. The point is you're paying around the same amount, even a little bit less, and you get a little bit more bang for your buck as you're able to use it multiple times. One more thing I want to talk about while we're on the topic of liquid aeration is how I would go about using this in my fall lawn care program. So this is actually an application that I recommend you do beforehand. So if you have the biostimulant pack, or maybe you have just the aerate alone, I recommend putting it down about 2 weeks before you seed, because this is going to be a great way to prep things, get things ready to go, get the soil, getting the nutrients it needs. It's just going to prep you and get things ahead of the game. So what I recommend you do is, if you have the biostimulant pack, apply all the products together in the same day at 3 ounces per 1,000. So 3 ounces of RGS, 3 ounces of aerate, 3 ounces of microgreen and humic 12, all at 3 ounces. Apply them together, water them in for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and I promise if you do that, you're going to get relief compaction from the aerate, you're going to get stimulated root growth from the RGS, and on top of that, you're also going to get enhanced nutrient availability from the humic 12, a dose of micros to help the macros, as well as some potassium from the 002 microgreen product. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys use whatever products you want. If you want a mechanical aerate, go right ahead. I am not telling you to use this, but if you do, the option is there, and I will leave links down in the description below for those of you guys who would like to get in on the liquid fun. Okay, let's talk about the fun part, and that is going to be lawn seeding. Now, as I talked about earlier with lawn seeding, if you are going to be lawn seeding for your fall lawn care program, what I mean by that is you want to make sure you have two things going on in your grass seed. Number one, you want to make sure you have a high germination rate of 85% or higher, and number two, you want to make sure that you have no noxious weed seeds in that grass seed whatsoever. Otherwise, you hold the risk of not having grass seed that's going to germinate correctly, and on top of that, you also hold the risk of putting detrimental, hard to control weeds in your lawn in the long run. That's not something that you want to do to yourself. The way that you ensure that you're not going to get these two things is you're going to flip over the bag of grass seed, and you want to look for the little white sticker label that's on every bag, and you want to look for two things. Number one, you want to look for the germination percentage. You want to make sure that's about 85% or higher, and the reason that is because if you get the grass seed and maybe you're not able to get it down right away, what'll happen is a little thing called depreciation. The longer you wait, the lower those germination rates are going to get, right? It's going to depreciate over time, kind of like a used vehicle. You want to make sure that you get something with a germination rate 85% or higher, so if you're not able to seed right away, you'll have a little more flexibility and it won't be all that detrimental to your germination. And going to the second part I talked about, which is the noxious weed seeds, you want to make sure that what you're getting contains no weed seeds in it whatsoever. So here's how you do that. You want to look for anything with the keyword weed on it on the label and make sure that it says anywhere from 0% or none. If you do that, I promise you, you're getting a pure, clean, quality grass seed that will germinate fast and won't have the potential of introducing any more hard to control weeds into your lawn couple years in the future. This actually brings me to one of my favorite seed distributors in the business, and that's going to be my buddy Pete over at GCI Turf. One of the things that Pete is really good for is distributing seed, makes really good quality seed for warm and cool season grasses. If you want to check out some of the options he has, I will leave the landing page linked down in the description below. I promise you, if you purchase from this guy, you're getting quality grass seed that will germinate fast. Literally, from experience, 5 to 7 days it'll germinate. And on top of that, no weed seeds to speak of in the mix. So you're getting a good, clean, quality grass seed that will germinate fast. When you got your seed down, you obviously need something to jumpstart it and help it grow in a little bit faster, and that's where our fertility products come in. Whatever company or brand you decide to buy from, you need to make sure a couple of things. Number one, you're getting straight fertility, right? You don't want any crabgrass pre-emergence. You don't want any weed and feed products. We don't want any of that to conflict with our seed. We just want a plain fertility product that is all-purpose. And we also want something that contains the three main numbers: the nitrogen, the phosphorus, the potassium, NPK. Right? Those are the three numbers on the bag. NPK, you'll be okay, as I always like to say with regards to fall lawn care. Nitrogen, that's going to help with top growth. Phosphorus, that's going to help with root growth. Very important with new grass seed. Potassium, that is going to help with overall plant health in the soil in which you are upbringing that brand new plant. Having those three is very, very crucial. And this brings me to my favorite product, another product from my good friends over at Green County Fertilizer, and that is going to be the 16-21-2 liquid green pot. This product has all the requirements we need for lawn seeding. It's got the nitrogen, it's got the phosphorus, it's got the potassium. Another thing I like about this product is it's what I would consider a supplemental one-stop shop. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say you forgot to apply your biostimulant pack or your application of Aerate 2 weeks beforehand. No need to worry, because this product actually contains a mixture of Aerate and RGS in it. So you're getting the effect of the liquid Aerate, which is breaking the bonds in the soil, and you're also getting the effect of the RGS product, which will stimulate root growth into that space you created. So if you're someone who's in a bind, maybe you forgot to do your biostimulant pack application beforehand, this is going to be the product for you, as it does contain the RGS and the Aerate, as well as all of the macronutrients that we need to jumpstart the seed. Hey man, I am killing it with the rhymes today. Woohoo! There you go, guys. That's all I have for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope I added some value and dropped some knowledge for you, as I always try to do on this channel. If you would like to purchase any of these materials, I will leave all of the links down below. I am affiliated with these companies, so I do make a small commission when you purchase them. So if you do, thank you. If you don't, totally fine. Use whatever products you want. I respect you guys anyway. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. It means a lot. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you have any additional questions or comments, please leave those down below as well, and I'll try to get back to those as soon as I can. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you guys next time, your lawn is going to be dominated. See you later.